No
What?
response. No response.
What do you mean?
Hope
who
the
you
rock.
Gunther heard voice from Rock, telling me,
Gunther heard what?
"Thank you for your help."
I'm sorry.
And I got a headache when I tried to get rid of the magic on this. So,
I cast ibuprofen.
that's... I mean, I call it healing word, but that works too.
Wow,
Yeah.
little, yellow, different.
At this point, it's sort of you're like
Yeah.
ding, and it ticks the boxes of some sort of fey influence.
I just kind of look around for affirmation, like, I'm not crazy, right?
So I'm gonna look around and see
You're
the
pretty
circle
crazy.
of all the stones. What did you hear?
Gunther heard Rock tell me, "Thank you."
After you lifted it.
After Gunther courageously lifted Rock.
And remind me, you've not had anything to drink today.
Courageously.
Outside of water.
Oh, in or out of character?
No.
In character,
In
no.
character, yes. Trying to figure out what you've got to drink.
Gunther has been fine today. Nothing to drink.
That
You
does
can
not
roll
believe
inside.
it.
I really haven't, so I mean, you can roll inside. Or
These stones were fey, I think. Some sort of fey ritual, most likely.
Like some kind of imprisonment, some kind of banishment, some kind of.
I wouldn't actually know enough. I've just heard of certain clans or certain legends from my people.
Anything good, bad, or indifferent on those
Ugly.
legends?
Depends on the stones.
I was gonna say good. You've heard good and bad.
Gunther feels like he will get paid because of this.
Does anyone have fairy fire?
Yes. You want me to do it once a day?
Nah, it's only like a... Yeah, I was gonna say...
But I mean, like, there's. Wait.
And again, Zara, if you notice at the moment,
I was
he
gonna- I was
set
gonna
them
say
into
Zara-
place,
yeah.
the magical glow that all these stones were emanating just
Zareth, you said that
Disappeared.
the stones were magic.
They did. I also
Did
said
they
that.
Why do you
increase
get
in
fairy?
power
Huh?
when we
Why
put
do you
them
get
back
fairy?
in place?
I did say when that happened, I said, okay, the magic seems to have gone.
Oh, so the magic is gone now. So we've somehow dispelled this
Did
magic
you
by
do an
placing
arcana
these
check on it?
stones.
You said they wouldn't know any specific magic.
Ooh, actually, Gunther has fixed rocks.
Especially I get a bonus on fey magic for arcana.
So I'm gonna look actually over to you specifically because you told me the time. Like Gunther has fixed rocks now. What time is it?
God damn.
Jet looks at the sun. What angle is it at?
Be great if you had
you
sleep on it.
you gather that it's somewhere between like 1:45 and 2:30.
Time to get more.
It is 2:04.
You gather it's sometime between
time
get
exact?
moving and
Can
hurry
I
the fuck up.
Can I insight that?
They
Yeah.
told me it was 2:04. So.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
not gonna work well, but I just want to know. Because Gunther is just like.
Uh,
Do I roll against you?
Yes.
It's up to you,
What'd you roll?
I rolled.
What time did you say it
18.
was?
I would say because at,
Fuck!
at this
2:04.
point the magic has faded.
I say it's
I
164.
don't know.
I'm trying to understand
I believe you.
how
164?
the
Yeah.
magic was working with the stuff.
9.
Gunther. It's 164.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Somebody
That's
give me a
not
D20. I'm doing it my goddamn self.
Do it. Just do it. 1.
I'm not touching a dice here ever again.
Corey just goes.
Google. Use Google.
Did you just roll a 20 on that?
No, 13 bucks.
Oh.
Because every time I use Google, I get like 4s and 6s.
19.
Well, you got a 1 on that one, so you
Well,
Google
that's
still
what I
not.
mean. Is I don't understand. I feel like here, my luck with rolling is
No, that's-
fucking atrocious.
That's fair. I have.
Actually, no. I don't want you to touch this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
So is there anything else anyone wants to do with the stones, or do you all continue traveling?
Gunther, I
So,
think you did a good deed here.
is it reasonable
Gunther
for
is-
Jet to believe that he possibly dispelled it, or was it clear enough from the time that he actually didn't have anything to do with that?
It's obvious that your spell did not have any effect. There was a negative consequence to your spell, and that's basically all the information you have.
Okay.
You
That's
told
just-
you told the party that
It was
the
magic.
glow dispelled once he righted it. Correct?
I'm starting to feel sick.
Alright, Tom's in the car.
For shits and gigs, because Doctrine is super curious, he's gonna walk up to one of the stones and cut his hand and smear the blood
This isn't
on just a
midsummer.
portion of the stone, just to see if the magic in his blood reacts with anything.
No reaction.
And if someone can roll 1d4 for it, please.
I got you.
Wait,
2.
you should roll it because it's lower.
3.
No, see, because I would get a 4 in this situation.
I rolled a 1.
Hey, DM rules.
I'll take DM rules.
So, this has been fun. Should we get back on the cart? I'm kind of worried about
again.
Zippy and Zappy.
Zippy zappy.
Those
You-
Mongoloid twins.
Come on, Buttercup.
Okay.
Mongoloid sons.
You all make your way back onto the road. You travel the rest of the day. The day is uneventful.
Actually, before we leave,
Is this the fucking iron thing again?
Hunk iron.
No.
No, because
Jet did. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I got Jet
Still.
did roll a perception check too before doing all that. Nothing out of the ordinary, right?
No.
Okay.
Just an abnormal formation of standing stones.
I was gonna say, 'cause I got a 19 on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're about to wrap up.
before we leave, can I detect see invisibility?
Yeah, you see nothing.
Okay. Never mind.
Fake, bro. Fake.
So you guys progress on. If 4 people would like to
I just
roll,
saw something. Damn it.
if 4 people would like to roll perception for night watches,
I was gonna speak in Sylvan. I can speak Sylvan.
Is that Faye?
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
speak that too. I didn't know
Me and
what that
Luther
was.
on the first one.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know that that's
Well, no,
what
we're doing
Faye
four.
is.
yeah, just 4 people. 4 people roll perceptions to see if anything happens.
23.
Really fucking
You're
high
fine.
on
First
that.
watch is fine.
7.
Okay. Second watch is Third watch is fine.
Second watch, you feel like you
26.
looked real
4th watch is
hard.
fine.
I mean, just him being awake, standing there. I feel like most people.
You hear some weird noises. You sort of like creep out of the camp a little bit and do some surveying, but you really don't see anything. But you are on. You
Don't
are
go fight a coyote.
no. But you are like the entire time you're on watch. You're all like sort of on edge. Something just doesn't sit right with you. Next day rises. You all resume on the road. At this point, the road sort of changes from grassland and hills into like a sort of a light forest. The trail that you're on sort of winds its way
Bosworth.
through this forest. It's not super thick and dense. It's rather, it's definite tree cover. It's not unlike what you've been traveling through, which is just like open plains and grassland. There's like definite tree cover. You're all progressing. Who is taking point?
Jet wants to find the nearest tree and just start
That was me.
scratching on it.
You're taking point.
What's your perception?
+3.
I think I should take 4.
Doesn't matter.
So he already said he was taking point.
That's fine.
I've been doing
From
it the
the
entire
cart.
time. Yep.
From the cart, can I take a look as well?
Yeah. Both
My idea is that
both of you roll perception.
I see nothing. My eyes have been closed the entire time.
Okay.
Natural.
17.
No. You breathe
So,
out.
as you were progressing through, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You don't really, nothing really catches your eye. It's a rather peaceful forest. You're out in the lead. You're probably like 20, 30 yards ahead of the party, just sort of, trotting along. And as you're going, you're just sort of surveying the land around you. And as you're progressing along, you sort of look off to the side, and you see a stone that resembles one of the ones you lifted back into place, just off to the side of the path. And it catches your eye,
Oh, we've had a long rest.
and you're like, And as you sort of pass by it, you hear that same voice again. And all you hear is, "Danger lies ahead, Croaker."
What was the last word you just said? Croaker? Am I Kermit the Frog?
And it sort of
All
causes
you
you to,
need
it
is
sort of
that.
causes you to like double take, and you hear the voice, and you know that it originated from that stone because it's the same voice you heard that says thank you. But as you look back, the stone is gone.
Okay. So I have heard this.
Yes.
Okay.
You did not see anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. No stone. No nothing.
Okay. All right. I'm going to actually like halt myself for a second. Like I'm gonna stop.
Stop.
Which stops everyone because you're
Correct.
in front.
Correct.
Yeah, I was gonna say once he
So-
stops, Jet'll.
Gunther fears there is danger ahead. Gunther heard voice again.
Guys, Gunther is hearing voices.
At this point, you see like maybe 100 yards ahead of you down the path, like right as the path sort of starts to curve around a corner, you see like 3 deer just dart across the path.
They don't look too dangerous.
Gunther saw a vision of rock again. Gunther believes it is help.
And then you see 2 foxes.
Were they like chasing the deer, or did it look like they were fleeing something?
Fleeing.
No,
Out of the
something's not
woods?
right.
2 more deer
Are they going across the road?
Yeah.
across the road.
No.
Perception
I was
checks.
gonna say, can I make a perception check? Or-
Someone else roll for me, please.
A natural 20.
Nice one.
20. Dirty.
Okay.
I'll roll for you, Dalkin. What's the plus?
He's rolling for me.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to you because Nick looked at me with a shot.
Same number. It's an 8.
I think I,
Fuck all of you.
I think I'm just. I rolled you 11,
Okay.
so.
I have more dice. If you wanna roll them
Natural
now.
20.
Yeah.
You hear
20.
you hear like sort like the beating of wings.
Mm.
And you also hear like a faint roar,
Are there dragons in this room?
but then
There would be
also like
There's also
That
dungeons.
stuff is good.
the bleeding of a goat.
Oh no.
Oh.
The
Oh,
wait,
no.
Bleeding of a
It's
goat?
a,
Uh-huh.
it's a. There's some kind of flying goat coming towards us.
Have I heard of flying goats?
No, you
I
haven't
hear
heard of
I hear
flying
wings, a roar,
Sounds almost
and a
magic.
goat.
Can I do an arcane check
Is-
to see if I've
wait.
heard of a magical creature?
Yeah. Wings, a roar, and a goat. Would that start to tick things?
Mhm. You can make an intelligence check.
I'm not gonna
It's
tell
straight
you.
Can I-
intelligence.
Would I be able to check for that?
You can, but it's
History
you don't
or
have a lot of
intelligence?
knowledge of this kind of stuff.
I do though.
Sorry.
You do.
Someone else roll.
History or intelligence?
You roll the golden die.
And just a straight intelligence.
Straight in.
You want to do it?
I'll do
23.
it.
Roll the
Okay.
golden
Hey
die.
everyone, when
Yeah,
it's
19.
1, I do apologize at how I'm no help to this game in the slightest.
He's gonna roll.
Oh God!
Told you.
Uh,
You roll it. What does it do?
It's a 2.
you've heard tales of
What is it under? Just pure intelligence?
uh-huh.
So it's 8.
You
that
you
roll
have heard
17?
tales of
Vesperia.
multi-headed winged creatures that hunt in grasslands, forests, things like that. They are hyper aggressive, hyper territorial, and as you are like explaining this to the group, and about the time that you're like, I think they were referred to as chimeras.
Yep, that's what I thought.
You see this massive 3-headed winged creature crash through
How many dicks does it have?
more than you can handle.
I'm with you.
You see one of these creatures crash
I
through
know where you're going.
the treetops and land on the path ahead of you. It's obviously wounded. You can see sort of some tears in the wings, some bleeding down one of the necks. You see that it has one head of a goat, one head of a lion, and I forget what the third one is for a chimera.
I couldn't even spell.
I was gonna say it depends
Oh,
on.
fuck.
I forget what type.
Snake?
I was gonna say a snake.
I
you-
think
that's
so.
The tail. That's the tail.
Oh, that's the tail. Fuck. This is
So
Resident
we've got
4.
lion, goat, snake,
Um,
lion, goat, snake, lion, goat, snake.
Yeah, no.
It is the head of a snake?
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure because you get the snake's head in one of the boxes in the labyrinth right
Oh,
before.
eagle's also popular.
Yeah, lion, goat, and serpent. So yeah, you see a lion's head, a goat's head, and a serpent's head. All. That's the new cat. He's very vocal.
That's the chimera that's
Yeah.
injured.
All three of them are sort of like
Lion, goat,
fighting
cat.
amongst each other. And as it hits the ground and sort of tumbles and rolls,
Duck and roll.
it comes back up and it looks at all of you, and you see the lion's head immediately like scent the air,
Imaging
and it starts to
studio.
take like 2 or 3 steps towards you. And as it starts to approach you, you see another chimera swoop down and just tackle it into the ground.
What the
And
what?
you see
Chimera fight.
you see the one serpent head dive into the back. You see the goat head sort of like ram into it with its horns, and the lion's head bites onto one of the necks. And you see them sort of tussle and wrangle for a moment, and they throw each other apart, and they're sort of separated by maybe 20 feet, and they start to circle each other. And then you notice both of the lion heads turn and face both the party,
Uh-oh.
I'm rolling animal handling.
and they
check to
stop,
calm
and both of them start to circle off to the sides.
Uh-oh.
And that's where we'll pick up in 2 weeks.
them. What the fuck?
Red's literally uh-oh!
Uh-oh, Skadios.
Oh, God.
So 2 weeks from now, you guys are going to start the session in combat with 2 chimeras.
Good thing Rain's.
Are you sure I can't just suggest they go away?
So I'm
You suggested.
You can certainly
I was
try.
gonna say, if your suggestion doesn't work, hopefully yours does.
teleporting back to Fairhaven.
I'm using a town
Town scroll.
teleport scroll. Go back home. Gonna change my gear. Okay.
Good game, guys.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
very good.
Diablo.
Yes. I'm sorry my rolls are so poopy.
We should get off your damn ass and roll them to set.
Yeah, ass and ass.
No, everyone else. Every time someone else rolls, it's usually better than what I
You
get.
only rolled like twice tonight.
Like, what were they both?
Okay, but you only rolled twice.
So,
And none of them
Say
are
it.
good from the rest of the people. You're bound, statistically, you're gonna roll something decent. Everybody's rolling shit because everybody's rolling.
All right, thank you all for coming to my birthday party.
Where I am literally
Absolutely.
trained as like a hand-to-hand specialist, and you just went, my name Gunter, and just punched
I
me in the
also
face.
critted like twice on you.
Exactly, that's my point.
I just got luckier than you is all.
My
You still hit.
my orbital bones, my nasal cavity, my
Nick, what is yours?
Your
accurate.
orbital bones?
yeah.
Bones.
Orbital bones.
The ones that revolve around your head.
Good game, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the birthday party.
Yeah.
So did Rin. Thank you all.
Gunther had the best.
Is there
Right.
is there anything
Oh, for sure.
in
He's not gonna go hungry extra.
is there anything in 5e about teaching someone else something? Like, could I realistically teach Ray?
That actually, I was about to ask Tyler that exact question. Like, if I spent downtime during travel learning a different, like a skill, is there different blocks? Like, obviously there's proficiency, but if you could somehow or maybe rule like a
I mean,
I would-
third proficiency
I would have to
or
look
half
into it,
proficiency.
but I would
You
say
need 4
probably like
terabytes
half
from a hard
proficiency.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
No,
say,
you need a
Like,
1,000
for example,
terabyte,
like I've been studying,
solid state drive.
like say
'Cause that just got
performance
announced today.
under Jet for
I
months
forgot I was gonna
now.
tell the group that.
Yeah.
Or if I wanted
Does
to,
anyone want a, or not, excuse me, 1,000, it's a 100 terabyte solid state drive, because that just got announced.
What?
Fucking
God,
heck.
that's awesome.
but yeah, like example,
$40,000.
for example, studying
100
performance.
terabyte
Oh,
SSD.
when NASA resolved that photo of the black hole, you guys remember that like 8 months ago?
Yeah.
When they resolved it, it took 120 petabytes of data. They resolved the data on the West Coast. They took it to the East Coast to process. When they did it, it was 2,500 tons. No, 250 tons of hard drives
Thanks.
required to do that. They loaded them onto planes
Yeah.
and they flew them across the country. When they did that, it took like 7 or 8 flights for them to do that, but it comes out to about 17 terabytes per second of data transfer because they're literally flying the physical drives across the country,
Oh my
and
God.
it's considered the fastest data transfer
I mean,
in the
hey,
world.
The new level cable.
That's pretty.
But
Yeah.
so when I made that,
I'm gonna go ahead and stop the stream. Just
Okay.
Bye.